Well, that was weird. I think I'll just play some random stuff until I see that we're back on for 2 minutes and I know that people will actually be able to see that I'm here. F6, D7, F6, D7, C sharp 7, F6 again. Wait a minute. F7. See that? One little finger makes all difference in the world. Yeah. F7, D7. Yeah, weirdly enough, E7 and F7. What's interesting is F7 is also this. Unless you put your pinky there and actually use that funky F thing in our man in Finland, which is what is it? Sadna. So, in case you were looking and you saw that I was starting and then you suddenly saw I was not starting, it was because I screwed up. Yes, I screwed up. It is a technical, almost a required technical screw-up that occurs. Hey, Ruth! How's it going? It's almost the required technical screw-up. I always feel like I'm starting when you start a live stream. It's like this cold open where you just turn it on and suddenly you're playing weird stuff. In this case, it's all F6, D7, C sharp 7. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, I've been doing it now for a few months now, mostly Fridays because I have the time to do it. I work from home on Friday. Yeah. And that's nice. I like that plan. I'm very happy about that plan. It does mean sometimes I have to wrap things up quickly, and I become my work ethic is pushed right up against my my actually wanting to perform ethic. But here we are, and here we is, and here I am again. This is the weekend before next Friday. Next Friday we are going to not be doing one of these because I will be traveling up north to Waxahachie, and we're going to go visit the Scarborough Renaissance Festival. It's a 4-hour trip, most times, and it's going to be 4 hours. If we're lucky, it'll be 3, but, it's probably 4, so we get a hotel up there, and we're going to stay up there for the weekend. We're not going to go up for the long weekend because we want to see what staying home feels like there. I've been staying home a lot more this year. Yes, indeed, Chaos. Waxahachie, Wookie. You drive past, you go to Waco and miss. C7, yeah, C sharp 7, right there. It makes for a nice transition up to D7, and that's really about the only point it has, honestly. But yeah, but I have done like 3 weekends of the Kerrville Renaissance Festival out in Kerrville in January and February. I did 2 weekends of Sherwood, and I'm going to try and convince them to let me do 4. A half run seems about right. Just a matter of getting that done. I also have a new basket, which can be barely seen over there. It's a much larger basket. It holds everything I need, except for my sign. My sign is still too big. But I think I might just try to hit up Madman Maverick for a smaller sign. Madman Jack Maverick, thrower of flaming objects, who this weekend is throwing his freaking axe. Not axe. No. Axe. Known as Windbreaker, because they put him on a bigger stage. So he can now stand well back and hunk that mother and He may also have a hand in the demolition of the stage. We're not sure. But if you are going to go to Sherwood, do check him out. He is sharing the stage with Volgamut, not at the same time. I shared the stage with Volgamut at the same time, and they even let me play my Rommel pod, which, go see their show anyway. Anyhow, about the things. Yes, so we're going to go visit, and I'm going to have some fun, and with any luck, everything will be lovely and happy and shiny and good. I should probably play a song, huh? Let's do this one, because it has been ages since I have played this song. Possums in a Trenchcoat, dedicated, of course, to my friend who told me one day that they felt that they were not a human being, but they were, in fact, 3 possums in a trench coat. And if 3 possums in a trench coat is funny, 6 possums in a trench coat is hilarious. So this is dedicated to my friend Cameron, and it makes extensive use of the E chord, which I play like this. Possums in a trench coat come to tea. We're going to table like you and me. Do they want another biscuit? Better give them 3, 'cause they're not really a cat of 6 possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat go to town. Got themselves an Uber, couldn't flag it down. The driver didn't stop, no, he just kept on going, 'cause he didn't want to drive 6 possums in a trench coat. Don't read the comments while you're playing, Tobias. Possums in a trench coat see a show. Do you give them just one seat or the entire front row? Do the possums in the middle just look out through the buttons? Man, I got so many questions for 6 possums in a trench coat. Bridge! Bong. Possums in a trench coat on a date. Got there 20 minutes early, couldn't stand to be late. Everything turned out to go much better than expected, 'cause their date turned out to be 6 possums in a caftan. Possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat. 6 possums in a caftan. Yes! I got through it! I survived, only fumbled a little bit. Yeah, truly, Michael, and my axe. And just, it's an enormous object. If you go look up Jack Maverick on Facebook, or Madman Jack Maverick on Facebook, you will see Windbreaker. It is the size of a small child. The size of a fairly tall small child, but much thinner, but probably about as heavy. And he throws it overhand with both hands, and great enthusiasm. And, oh, wow, yeah. I don't know if he sets it on fire. He sets everything else on fire, so, you know. That is, in fact, one of the... I wrote a song specifically about him setting things on fire. I think it's... Is it? Yep, yeah. That's D. Ow. I have the notes over here. I can play that later on, I think. Or I might just do it anyway, because why not? Don't have a bus to catch today. That's right, it goes D. It's D, and it goes... You are in tune? You are not in tune. You are in tune. What's up with you? D, so we're here. There we go. Now my friend Maverick throws lots of things. He throws some axes, makes a nice thing. But he wanted something to take his performance higher. Little kid in the front row said that he had an idea. Gonna set it on fire. Gonna set it on fire. Gonna set it on fire. Fire. Anyway, I won't do all of the songs. I could, and I probably will later. That is Set It On Fire, which I wrote many moons ago. About 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. I wrote it in June. And it's a bit like a John Cougar Mellencamp song if John Cougar Mellencamp wrote songs about setting things on fire and throwing them. So, there we go. But I do have other songs that I will be doing. Humidity. Yeah, it is very weird out here. The humidity has been bonkers. Those of you who don't live in Texas, specifically South Texas, it is just getting dumb. We've had thunderstorms. We've had the power go out for other people, but we have a generator now, which is awesome. As a matter of fact, Michael, I'm very happy that you are here, because the next song that I am going to perform, I wrote with you in mind. It's true. Michael is one of the 2 people I know who are evil overlords in development. Michael has said himself, I am the world's first fully functioning psychopathic artist. I create art until the enemy capitulates. I'm sorry, Michael, that is not your actual voice. That is me trying to do your voice. And unfortunately, I fell into the Caucasian voice that many people who are not Caucasian use when they're depicting a Caucasian, and that's bad, Matthew. Anyway, I will play your song, because it is entitled, When I Help My Friend Take Over the World. So, yeah. All right. Don't run things, but my friend can. They got charisma, they've got the plan. My buddy's got the means, and by them I'll stand. When it comes to world domination, I'm their biggest fan. Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. World's a tricky place, so much to solve. My friend won't let the challenge, well, they're resolved. They're gonna need some help to implement their plan, and I'll be right happy to be their right-hand man, you know. Not second or third, 4th or 5th. Administrative. Someone's got to do the paperwork, right? Right? Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. Count of a bridge. D7, C7, G7, and A. F sharp major. Now, they're not evil, don't get me wrong. They're intense moral, their ethics strong. They're simply gonna guide us to a better land. You'll barely notice their firm yet gentle hand. Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl. Help my friend take over the world. Well, I just can't wait to watch my plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. Wait, I said them or mine? I said mine, didn't I? Own it. Well, I just can't wait to watch my plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. A little while ago, I think it was yesterday, maybe even yesterday or the day before that, I caught myself post the historical, things you have posted on Facebook, and it had the demo version of that song posted that I sent up to SoundCloud, and I've realized that it has significantly evolved over the course of 2 years, because I wrote it back in 2 or 3 years. I wrote it back in, I even have notes on it. I wrote it in either 2020 or 2021, because I remember distinctly, 2021. I remember distinctly, and I had just gotten into my whole 7th chords thing. I like 7th chords a lot. But you do have to resolve occasionally. So yeah, I've also trimmed my beard. If you've been catching any of the shows or watching any of my pictures, I have my beard is usually down to here when I'm actually performing, and now I'm not. I'm in the the gap time between fairs. If I was performing at Scarborough, I would really want someone to drive me because I'm getting older, tired, and stuff. And two, the beard would be down to here, and you see a lot more gray because most of this is now gray. I named each and every single patch of gray as it came in. This part over here started out, and this one is called "Let's Move Back to Texas Without Having Jobs Lined Up." So that was how that worked out. Not bad so far. And I actually, and those of you who are familiar with the California Renaissance Festivals might remember the group known as Dance Macabre. This is a very cool thing, because Dance Macabre has some representation at the Sherwood Fair now. And I love telling people what they're doing. Usually because I am sitting at my stage watching them march past me. And frequently, and they have a great deal of respect for me. They don't step on me at all, because I tell them other people what they're doing. So I get them other people involved in interacting with the Dance of the Dead. Dance Macabre, by the way, is, let's call it medieval holistic medicine. Because if the plague or other bad things come into the village, see all of these dead people wandering around saying, oh, well, I've clearly been here before, and they just move on. The plague moves on. That's the idea. That's the theory. That's the logic. It's no dumber than some of the stuff we've heard over the last 4 years. So why not? And the next song I'm going to do, I love to play because it trolls for eardrums. People hear it, and they have to, stop and turn and look at me to verify that I am, in fact, singing and playing what they think I'm singing and playing. Technically, it is a filk. And this wasn't actually the first filk I wrote to this song. The first filk I wrote to this song was for an anime convention, and I've discovered a couple of interesting reasons why I don't generally, I can't talk Amy into going to anime conventions very much, because she is a petite Asian female. She would... by the way, yes, my eye does keep wandering this way. I'm going to see somebody about that. That or I'm going to start wearing an eye patch and look very cool. On the other hand, this started off as a song about isekai, which is a genre in anime. And you know what? That's kind of limiting. Wait a minute. There's another word entirely that I could be using for this song. Yep. Trebuchet. All your troubles just get flung away. Where that stuff will land, I just can't say. Oh, I just got a trebuchet. Anyhow, I can fling stuff as big as a cow. Flying by, you might just hear, wow! Oh, Bessie's in Antigua now. Great big counterweight, ain't that great? You may well say. Loaded up with bricks, one big flick, it goes away. Trebuchet. Eating rocks at troubles far away, before they get here and come wreck my day. Oh, I do love my trebuchet. Could put a puppet over there. I'm well on my way to becoming a character actor. Trebuchet. All my troubles were so far away, but now I've launched a rock and it's okay. Oh, I don't grieve, I trebuchet, smashing down your wall. You don't call, now you must pay. Boulders flung on high, say goodbye by trebuchet, trebuchet. All your troubles just get flung away. Where that stuff will land, I just can't say. Oh, I do love my trebuchet. Paul! The absurdity of my position is not lost upon me. Now, the best part about this is that a couple of the guys from Dance Macabre are what we would in the industry refer to as old hippies, which means at about this point they're probably my age or a little bit older. And they literally, they're camped out like across the road and down a little bit from where my stage is. And I legitimately saw one of them. He gets this grin on his face. And I feel very, very strongly about the fact that I can do that. And it's good to know that this music does not lose anything when you translate it from the original Latin. So, my goodness, has it really been already that much? Gosh. First and foremost, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really sincerely appreciate it. Especially because many of you catapult me into fame. Yes. Well, actually, it's a true story. I did make a video of me playing Trebuchet through the iMac camera and the photo booth app and a couple little edits. Mostly put some captions on the front and back. And I posted that to YouTube, and it has in fact gotten the second largest number of views I have gotten on anything. The most views I've ever gotten on anything was Lord Whimsy's Pocket Square, which is me doing magic back in Oregon with a sepia tone filter and someone's cover of the old Ernie Kovacs theme. Aw. Hey, I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys. Love you guys too. And that got like, it's gotten like 1,200 views, and this has gotten 1,100 views. And I felt great about that. And then I looked at the what do they call it, the analytics, and they showed how many people were watching at the very beginning, and as the joke went on, it began to taper off. Most people had a threshold of about 30 seconds, so I don't know. But people do watch this show both live and in reruns because I am big in syndication, because not everybody can watch a show at 4:30 Central Time. And now, my friends, we have come to the moment you've all been waiting for. That's right, the last song in the set today. Why a half hour? Because it takes me about a half hour to drive home, and this is my non-commute show, and I haven't really seen a lot of good reasons not to stick to this particular format. As this number approaches 300, whenever the 300th show is, it will be longer, because that is a significant milestone. I frankly feel kind of amazed that I'm still doing it, and I feel amazed that y'all are watching it, and I feel amazed that my wife is supporting me doing this. I'm amazed by a lot of things. I'm amazed by the ceiling fan. I'm amazed by the fact that all of these years, all the things that I wanted to do when I was in my 20s, now we finally have technology that can achieve it! And I can almost afford it! Yeah! One day I'll record an album. We will call it... I know, right? One day I will be recording an album, and it's probably going to be recorded by me in this room with this microphone and this computer, and I'm probably going to call it Official Bootleg, or And Then I Wrote. And I actually have an album cover for Then I Wrote, which was drawn by the inimitable Mel White, who also drew the illustration for Possums in a Trenchcoat. But, you know, I started all of this because I was trying to figure out what I could do online, and I've discovered that the more I do this music thing, the more and more I want to become a Renaissance minstrel, minstrel, minstrel. I Pray thee, my Lord, will you hear this song? It took me years to write, but will not take too long. It's based on a sonnet by a man named Kit, and I need a patron, for I long to be a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. 'Tis a noble saga of a wandering knight, and his lady's love keeps him up at night. His son's a lowless worker, schlepping swords. 'Tis a steady job, but he wants to be a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel, man versus lick. Here we go. Renaissance minstrel, minstrel, minstrel. There's 100 verses, give or take a few. I'll be writing more in a week or two. I can make it Latin if you like the sound. Seputus susamen, and I wanna be a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. If you do enjoy it, I could sing it there. I get so tired of traveling from fair to fair. If you must return and send it to the king, he'll just put his name on it and call himself a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. Minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. Minstrel. Alas, my love, you do me wrong, minstrel. There's no good way to end this song, minstrel. They usually fade it out, you see, minstrel. I guess I'll end this gently, minstrel. Amy keeps the universe safe from the whirlwind of chaos that is you. Amy keeps me safe from the universe. I have said this before, and I will say it again. That woman, that amazing woman that I have been married to now for 31 years, is the reason I am not dead in a ditch on fire. So, my friends, all good things must come to an end, and while this may not qualify, I do need to wrap it up. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Without you here, this is simply a vox clamata in deserto, a voice crying out in the wilderness, as opposed to vox clamata in desert cart, a man screaming into a sheet cake. I want to thank all my Patreon peeps who are supporting adequacy in our lifetime at patreon.com/theadequate. There they are down there. And they are, of course, he said, flicking around to get to the screen where you can actually list all of them, read them off without it scrolling by. That's Tim K, Genjo, Teppo, Isaac, Stephen, BK, Relly, Brian, Rob, and Lorene for promoting adequacy in our lifetime. You can too. If you want to go to theadequate.com and see all the different ways you can throw money at me. I take the Pal of Pay, the Venmo, and the Ash of Cap. My Cash App is $theadequate. My Venmo is @theadequate. And it's paypal.me/theadequate. My branding is strong. What else is going on? Next week, traveling. May try and do some other things. Don't know how successful I will be. We have a new king and queen at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival. We have King Henry VIII and his first wife. I can't remember her name now. But I know the actors, and they're good people. And I have no expectation of trying to do anything in front of them officially at all. Never, not a chance. I'm not that good. I used to perform for Queen Margaret and the Scottish court on occasion. This year, I'm not going to try and inflict myself on them for anything other than saying, hi, how are you, I love you, and maybe play Renaissance Minstrel where King Henry can hear it, and then he can throw me in the Tower of London because I have a room there. Well, it's not really a room, it's a trap door in the floor. But my name's on it in chalk, but it still counts. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. It's really weird out there. Be kind. Fight fire with marshmallows. Trans rights. You are valid. You are important. Without you, I don't have anyone to talk to. See? That's why. And if you're ever lacking for a reason to stick around, remember, as a short-term goal, spite against your enemies is a valid answer. You've all been wonderful. I have been Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you once again for encouraging my behavior. And I'll see you guys next time in about